Yes, now we'll discuss about the hip bone. Hip bone is also known as innominate bone. Innominate means nameless. Why innominate? Because usually name given to a particular bone is depend upon the shape of the bone. Here hip bone has no any regular shape, that's why it is known as innominate bone. Another term is os coxa. Os means bone, coxa. Coxa is a Latin word. Os is also Latin word. Os coxa, Latin word. Os means bone. Coxa means hip. Coxa means hip. Hip bone. If you see this bone, this is lateral view of the bone, and here lies acetabulum. This is acetabulum from the articular surface of the hip joint. This is acetabulum. This is depression present on the lateral side. Acetabulum. This bone is made up of joining of three bones. These three bones join. This bone is ilium, this part. So this is part of ilium. It forms about 2/5 part of acetabulum. So this is acetabulum. This ilium bone forms about 2/5 part of acetabulum. And here is pubis. This is pubis. This forms about 1/5 part of acetabulum. And posteriorly here, inferiorly, this is ischium. So it forms 2/5 part of acetabulum. So this acetabulum, which is articular surface and depression on the outer surface of the hip bone, this is made up of three bones. Ilium, 2/5 part, pubis, 1/5 part, this is pubis, this part is pubis, and here ischium, 2/5 part. If you see on inner aspect, this is inner aspect. This is inner aspect. Here you can see this part and this aspect. You can see the junction of the ilium. This is pubis and this is ischium. If you see ilium has two ends. This is upper end, this is lower end. It has two ends and it has three borders. It has, this border is anterior border, this border is posterior border, this is anterior border and this is posterior border, and in between these two borders there is intermediate border. So this is intermediate border and it has three surfaces. This surface is outer surface or gluteal surface. This surface is iliac fossa and this surface is sacropelvic surface. This is iliac fossa and this is sacropelvic surface. This surface is gluteal surface. Now we will discuss details of each part of the ilium. First of all, it has two ends. It has two ends. Upper end and lower end. This is upper end. If you see vertically, it is convex. This is convex, this is convex. And if you see from anterior to posterior side, it is like this. It can be divided into anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3 part. This anterior 2/3 part is concave medially or inner side. This part, posterior 1/3 part, is concave outward. So this part is concave outward, this part is concave inward. Anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3 part. If you see this iliac crest, this is highest point of iliac crest. Here is highest point of iliac crest. It lies between L3 and L4 vertebra. Between L3 and L4 vertebra, this highest point of iliac crest lies. This is anterior superior iliac spine. Here is anterior superior iliac spine. This is posterior superior iliac spine. Posterior superior iliac spine. This is anterior superior iliac spine. So this is anterior, this is posterior. Posterior superior iliac spine. And this is iliac crest from here to here. This is iliac crest. This is vertical part. Vertical display. Here it is convex. Anterior posteriorly. In anterior 2/3 part, it is concave on inner side and here concave on outer side. Posterior 1/3 part. And here, about 5 cm from iliac crest, anterior superior iliac spine. From this point, about 5 cm to this point here, tubercle of iliac crest lies. This is tubercle of iliac crest lies. This is tubercle of iliac crest. And if you cut here, this part, here in part here, you will find this part has lips, and this is inner lip, this is outer lip, and this is intermediate area. So it has Here is outer lip, this is outer lip, this is outer lip, this is inner lip, this is inner lip, and in between these two, this is intermediate area. This arrangement is present in only anterior 2/3 part, and in posterior 1/3 part, this arrangement is changed. If you cut a section at this level, posterior 1/3 part, yeah, this level, you will find it is like this. Here a slope is present. So here is inner slope, this is inner slope, and this is outer slope. So from here, this side, this is inner slope and this is outer slope. So inner and this is outer slopes. And if you see the attachment on the iliac crest, so here anterior superior iliac spine, here sartorius muscle is attached. Sartorius, it takes origin from here. So sartorius, and here is position of tensor fasciolata, and the tensor fasciolata, and this is external oblique. There is internal oblique, this is internal oblique, and on inner lip there is transversus abdominis muscle, this is transversus abdominis muscle. And here guys, is gluteus. So here is latissimus dorsi, this area, this is latissimus dorsi, this is latissimus dorsi. And here quadratus lumborum, this is quadratus lumborum. And in this part, here, in outer slope, gluteus maximus, this is gluteus maximus. And in inner slope, there is erector spine, erector spine. So this is crest, iliac crest, and these are the muscle attached with the iliac crest. And another thing, so this is upper end, this form the iliac crest, lower end form the 2/5 part of the acetabulum, this is acetabulum. Now anterior border, this is anterior border, this is anterior border. If you see anterior border, extend from anterior iliac spine to, here is acetabulum. Here this anterior border has anterior inferior iliac spine. So anterior superior iliac spine, here is depression. Then anterior inferior iliac spine, this is anterior inferior iliac spine present on anterior border. And at posterior border, here is posterior superior iliac spine, and this is posterior inferior iliac spine, posterior inferior iliac spine. And important thing here is notch. This is known as greater sciatic notch. So this notch is present and it extends from here to here. This is posterior border. It extends from here to here. This is posterior border, and this posterior border has posterior inferior iliac spine, and also a notch that is greater sciatic notch. This is greater sciatic notch. So this notch is greater sciatic notch. This notch. Here is notch this part. This is greater sciatic notch. This is greater sciatic notch. So anterior border, posterior border. Now intermediate medial border. This is medial border. This is medial border. Here, this medial border lies between the anterior and posterior border. and it extends from the iliac crest to iliopubic eminence. Here is iliopubic eminence. So this is iliopubic eminence. So it reaches here. This is iliopubic eminence. Here ilium, part of ilium and part of pubic bone here for the eminence. So that is known as iliopubic eminence. This iliopubic eminence. So you have seen two ends, three borders. Now surfaces. This surface is between anterior and posterior border, outer surface. This is gluteal surface. On inner side, this is iliac fossa, and here also between medial border and posterior border there is sacropelvic surface. This gluteal surface is divided into four parts by three lines. One line is here. This is inferior gluteal line. Here is anterior gluteal line, and this is posterior gluteal line. So this is inferior gluteal line. This is anterior gluteal line. This is posterior gluteal line. By these three lines, this surface is divided into four parts. These are four parts. And now this surface. This surface is iliac fossa or inner surface, iliac fossa. Iliac fossa form the false pelvis. It forms the false pelvis and lies between the, if you see the boundary, superiorly iliac crest, and this is posteriorly medial border, and anteriorly there is anterior border. This is iliac fossa form the false pelvis. False pelvis. True pelvis lies below this arcuate line. Below this true pelvis lies. Lesser later. And now this part. This is sacropelvic surface. So this sacropelvic surface is divided into three parts again. Upper part has tuberosity. It is known as iliac tuberosity. Iliac tuberosity. This is iliac tuberosity, upper part, and in lower part here is this part. This is auricular part. This is auricular part. This articulates with the sacrum. Auricular part. And this part here, inferiorly, this part from here to here, this is pelvic part. This is pelvic part. So it lies below the arcuate line, that's why it forms the true pelvis. So this is pelvic part. So this is all about the ilium. There are three bones, ilium, ischium, pubis, joined to form hip bone, and now we have this already discussed about the ilium. Thank you. Yes, now we'll discuss about the hip bone. In part 1, you have seen the features of the ilium. This is hip bone, and you have seen the features of the ilium. This hip bone is made up of three bones. Here is this is acetabulum. About 2/5 part of the acetabulum is formed by ilium, and 2/5 part formed by this is ischium, and 1/5 part by the pubis. So this is pubis, this bone is pubis, this is ischium, and this is ilium. And you know, this is, here you can see, this is a right side bone. This is iliac crest, and here is acetabulum, and here is this line of division of the acetabulum. Here one line, here one line, and here like this. So it has two ends. If you see, this is upper end, this is lower end. Here is lower end, this is lower end. So this is upper end, this is lower end. Upper end form the iliac crest. If you see iliac crest like this, is like this. This is anterior 2/3 part. This part is ventral part. From here to here, this is ventral part, and this part is dorsal part. So this is ventral and this is posterior. 1/3 part is dorsal part. So this is dorsal part, this is ventral part. This is 2/3, this is 1/3. And here is tubercle. This is tubercle of the iliac crest. So here is tubercle of the iliac crest. It lies about 5 centimeter from anterior superior iliac spine. This is anterior superior iliac spine. From here, this tubercle lies 5 centimeter behind to this. So this is tubercle of iliac crest. And this anterior 2/3 part, if you see, it is like this. This part, this is intermediate part, and these are two lips. This is outer lip and this is inner lip. So here is outer lip, here you can see, this is outer lip, this is inner lip, and this is intermediate area. And in posterior part, it is like this. It is like this. It has inner slope, this is outer slope. Here is outer slope, here is inner slope. So posterior 1/3 part, that is dorsal part. So this is, here is anterior superior iliac spine, this is posterior superior iliac spine. So this is anterior, this is posterior superior iliac spine. So this is upper end. So upper end is from the iliac crest. Lower end by 2/5 part of acetabulum and adjacent part of the bone, like this. This is lower end. And it has 3 borders. You can see here. This is anterior border. From here, anterior superior iliac spine to here is anterior inferior iliac spine. Here is slightly notch. So anterior superior iliac spine to here. This is upper 2/3 part. So this part is anterior border. So anterior border has anterior superior iliac spine and a notch, then anterior inferior iliac spine. So this is anterior border. This is anterior border from here to here. This is anterior superior. This is anterior superior iliac spine. This is anterior inferior iliac spine. Anterior superior iliac spine. Anterior inferior iliac spine. Anterior border. Now posterior border. If you see the posterior border, turn like this. This is posterior border. This is posterior border. Here you can see this is posterior border. From here, this is posterior superior iliac spine. This is posterior superior iliac spine. Posterior superior iliac spine. This is posterior inferior iliac spine. And here is greater sciatic notch. This notch is greater sciatic notch. If you see like this is greater sciatic notch. So this is greater sciatic notch. Greater sciatic notch. So it has anterior border, posterior border, anterior border, posterior border, posterior superior iliac spine, posterior inferior iliac spine, and greater sciatic notch. Here this is division. anterior border, posterior border. Anterior border, posterior border. Now another border is medial border. Here this is anterior border, this is posterior border, this border is posterior border, and this border is medial border. You can see this border is medial border. From inner aspect, if you see, this is inner aspect. If you see, this is medial border from crest to iliopubic eminence. From iliac crest to iliopubic eminence. This is medial border. So anterior, posterior, and medial border. This surface. Here you can see this is sacropelvic surface. This is sacropelvic surface. By three borders, anterior, posterior, and medial border, it is divided into three surfaces. This surface between posterior and medial border, this is sacropelvic surface. Sacropelvic surface is again divided into, here you can see this part, this is iliac tuberosity, this is iliac tuberosity, so this part is iliac tuberosity, and lower part, here you can see this part, you can see this part. This is iliac tuberosity, here is tuberosity, iliac tuberosity, and this part is auricular surface. This is auricular surface. And next, below to this, up to here, this area, this is pelvic surface. This is pelvic surface. So this is sacropelvic surface. Sacropelvic surface is again divided into iliac tuberosity, this upper part. This upper part is iliac tuberosity. You can see here is tuberosity. This is iliac tuberosity. So this part is iliac tuberosity, and this part is auricular area. This is auricular surface. And below to this part is pelvic surface, or pelvic part. So this sacropelvic surface divided into three parts. This side here, this is iliac surface or iliac fossa. Between anterior and medial border, this is medial, this is anterior border. This fossa is, this concave fossa is iliac fossa. Iliac fossa. And now third, this is outer surface. This is outer surface here. This surface is outer surface. Here anterior border, this is anterior border, this is posterior border. Between anterior and posterior border, this surface is gluteal surface. So this surface is gluteal surface. So this is gluteal surface. This surface is divided into four parts by three lines. Here is, you can see here one line. This is anterior inferior iliac spine. From here one line is here. This is inferior gluteal line. So this is inferior gluteal line, and here is another line, you can see here one line. This line is anterior gluteal line. So this is inferior gluteal line. Inferior gluteal line. This is anterior gluteal line, and here is, you can see this line. This is posterior gluteal line. So here is, this line is posterior gluteal line. So by these three lines, this gluteal surface is divided into four parts. So this is all about the hip bone part 2. In this part you have seen the, in first and second part you have seen the ilium. Thank you. Yes, now we'll discuss about the hip bone part 3. In this part, we'll discuss about the pubic bone. This is ilium. In first and second part, this ilium has been discussed. Now we'll discuss about the pubis, this pubic bone, and So this is ischium and this is pubis. So this is lateral view. Here is medial view or inner and outer aspect of the hip bone. This pubic bone has body, this is body, and two ramus. This is one ramus, this is another ramus. Here is junction of this ischial and pubic ramus. So this part is pubis. It has body and two ramus. This is superior ramus, this is inferior ramus. So this is body, pubis has body, superior ramus, and this part is inferior ramus. If you see the body has two surfaces, anterior surface, posterior surface, and it has three surfaces. This is anterior surface, lying anteriorly. Here you can see this is posterior surface, this part is posterior surface of the body, and here is on medial side, this area, this is medial surface. So this pubic bone body has three surfaces. It has anterior surface, it has posterior surface, and it has medial surface. So anterior surface directed forward, downward and laterally, and posterior surface. This posterior surface directed upward, backward. And here is medial surface. This medial surface is also like symphyseal surface. So this surface is symphyseal surface. Posterior surface is also like pelvic surface. It has three surfaces. Now borders. Here you can see this is one border here. This is upper border, superior border. Superior border on the pubic crest. This is superior border. Superior border is known as pubic crest. It forms the pubic crest. This is superior border. And here is lateral end of the superior border. At the lateral end of the superior border there is tubercle. So this is superior border, this is tubercle. This is known as pubic tubercle. So this is pubic tubercle. This is pubic tubercle. So this is about the body. Now superior ramus. This part is superior ramus. This part is superior ramus. This superior ramus extends from the body to iliopubic eminence. So this is iliopubic eminence. This is level of the iliopubic eminence. And here in the acetabulum it falls about 1/5 part of acetabulum. So this is 1/5 part of the acetabulum. As you know, 2/5 is formed by ilium and 2/5 is formed by ischium. So 1/5 is formed by pubis. So this is pubic ramus. If you see the pubic ramus, this pubic ramus has three surfaces and three borders. Here, this border from the pubic tubercle to iliopubic eminence, this border is superior border. And this border form the pecten pubis. This is known as pecten pubis. So superior border forms the pecten pubis. This pecten pubis is also known as pectineal line. It is also known as pectineal line. So this is superior border of the superior ramus of the pubis. Pubic bone. So here is superior border, and then here is anterior border. This is anterior border. Here lies anterior border. This is anterior border. It extends from the pubic tubercle, goes just above this obturator foramen. This foramen is obturator foramen. So this is anterior border. This anterior border forms the obturator crest. This anterior border forms the obturator crest. So this is anterior border, this is superior border. Here is posterior border. This is posterior border. It forms the anterior margin of this obturator foramen. So it has three borders. If you cut a section at this level, you will find like this. So this is superior border, this is inferior border, and this is anterior border. This is superior border, anterior border, and inferior border. And the surface, this surface, this is posterior surface. This is posterior surface or the pelvic surface. Here this surface is anterior superior surface. This is anterior inferior surface. This anterior superior surface, this surface, this surface, this is known as pectineal surface. And here, this surface, this is obturator surface. So these are three surfaces. Now this inferior ramus. This is inferior ramus. This inferior ramus joins with this ramus of the ischium. This is ramus of the ischium. This joins with the ramus of the ischium here. It has, this ramus has two borders, superior border, inferior border, and two surfaces, anterior surface and posterior surface. So this is all about the pubis, pubic bone. It has superior ramus, inferior ramus, and body. If you see, this is bone. Here, this is pubic body. This is pubic body. Here is pubic tubercle. Here you can see this is pubic tubercle. Here is pubic tubercle. This is pubic crest. Here is symphyseal surface. This is anterior surface, and this is posterior surface. This is posterior surface. This is anterior surface, and here is medial surface or symphyseal surface. Here, this part, this line is anterior border of the ramus. Here, this is anterior border of the ramus. This is superior border of the ramus. Between anterior and superior, this is pectineal surface. This anterior border forms the obturator crest. This is inferior border. This is inferior border. So these are three borders of the superior ramus. This is inferior ramus. This inferior ramus. This part up to here. Here is a tubercle line. Here you can see this is the joining point of two ramus. This is ischial ramus. This is pubic inferior ramus. This area. So it has superior border, inferior border, anterior surface, and posterior surface. Now under bone, under part of the hip bone is ischium. This is ischium. Ischium has body. This part is body, and here is. So this part is body, from here to here. This part is body, and this part is ramus, and this part is istiopubic ramus. So this body has, this is upper end and the lower end. Upper end, this is upper end and this is lower end. Upper end is formed by the junction of the upper 2/5 part of acetabulum and lower 2/5 part. This upper and lower 2/5 part. This part. This is junction of the ilium and pubis. This is upper end, and here is lower. This is lower end. It has two borders. Here is posterior border. You can see this is posterior border, has a spine. So this spine is ischial spine. It has ischial spine. And here is lesser sciatic notch. Below the spine there is a notch that is known as lesser sciatic notch. This is lesser sciatic notch. This is lesser sciatic notch. And here you can see this is posterior border, and in this part there is also lateral border. Anterior border, this is anterior border. And this part is anterior border. The anterior border is formed by posterior margin of the arcuated foramen. And here you can see anterior border, posterior border. There is also a lateral border. This is here is lateral border. The upper part is rounded. This is lateral border. So anterior, posterior, and there is lateral border. And here is also ischial tuberosity. This ischial tuberosity, this is important structure. This is ischial tuberosity. If you see this is ischial tuberosity, like this, it is divided by oblique line into upper and lower part, oblique line by upper and lower part, and again divided transverse line into upper and lower part, and by oblique line it is divided into, this is superior lateral part and inferior medial part. This is superior lateral, inferior medial part, and this part, lower part, is again divided into the outer and inner part. This is inner part, this is outer part. So this ischial tuberosity is divided into four parts, like this. Now this ramus joins with this ischial ramus joins with the inferior ramus of the pubis, form the istiopubic ramus. So this is ischium. Now ossifications. Before ossification, you can see here is this is articular surface. This is acetabulum. This part is acetabulum. It has horseshoe shaped articular surface. This is articular surface which is covered by hyaline cartilage, and inferiorly there is notch. This is acetabular notch. This notch is acetabular notch, and here is a depression here. Hiatus present. This is hiatus tissue present here. So this part is acetabular fossa. This is acetabular fossa. This is acetabular notch. This is fossa notch, and this is articular surface. And here is a foramen, this is known as obturator foramen. Now, ossifications. This hip bone ossified from 3 primary centers and 5 secondary centers. 3 primary centers, one for ilium, one for ischium, and one for pubis. So for the ilium, 1 center, ischium 1 center, and pubis 1 center. These in ilium, it appears during second month, and here it appears during 4th month, and here 5th month. Ischia pubis. The primary centers appears second, fourth and fifth month. And secondary centers appears for the iliac crest. For the iliac crest, secondary centers appear during puberty. And here is Y-shaped cartilage. This is Y-shaped cartilage. This appears for this. This appears during puberty. Secondary centers appear during puberty. And also here, around the ischial tuberosity and also the part of the ischial tuberosity develops secondary center appear during puberty here. So mostly these are three things: secondary centers, secondary centers, secondary centers. Here two secondary centers appears. Here is two secondary centers. Here is one secondary center. These centers appear during puberty, and it fuse around 20 to 25th year. It fuse around 20 to 25th year. But this center fuse around 16 to 17 years. So secondary center for the Y shape, this cartilaginous area here fuse with west part of the bone during 16 to 17 years of the life. So these are the 5 secondary centers. You can see here. This is pubis. This part is ischium. This is ischium. Here is ischial spine. This is ischial spine, and here you can see this is ischial tuberosity. Ischial tuberosity. Below the ischial spine there is a notch. This is lesser sciatic notch. As you know, this is here is greater sciatic notch, which is a part of ilium, which is related to the ilium. But here this part is ischium, and below the ischial spine this is a notch. This is lesser sciatic notch. So this is greater sciatic notch, this is lesser sciatic notch below the ischial spine. And here is ischial tuberosity. This tuberosity is divided by horizontal line in upper and lower part, and oblique line into superior lateral and inferior medial part, and also vertical line into outer and inner part. So this is ischiotubulus ramus. Here is obturator foramen, and this is acetabulum. And you can see here is a notch, a stabular notch, and here is a depression. This is articular surface. You can see this articular surface, horseshoe-shaped articular surface, and inferiorly there is depression. This is acetabular fossa. So this is all about the hip bone. Thank you. Just now we'll discuss about the side determination and anatomical position of the hip bone. Here you can see these are two hip bones. First of all, we'll discuss about the side determination. Here you have seen in previous lectures. This is acetabulum, and this part is expanded part which lies above the acetabulum. This is ilium. This is iliac crest, and below this acetabulum, this is obturator foramen. So remember three things. One is acetabulum. Direction of the acetabulum, it is directed laterally. So keep it here. This is lateral direction. This is lateral direction. This is acetabulum. This is laterally directed. And above to this acetabulum, the large flank, this is ilium. Here is iliac crest. And below to this acetabulum, there is foramen. This is obturator foramen. And another important thing, anterior to this obturator foramen there is pubis. This is pubic bone, and posteriorly there is large ischial tuberosity, ischium. So keeping in mind three things: acetabulum, iliac crest, and obturator foramen. Here, this bone is the right hip bone. If you see under bone, here, this is obturator foramen, iliac crest. This is acetabulum. This is acetabulum. This is iliac crest, and this is obturator foramen. So this bone is left hip bone. Another important thing, anatomical position. What is anatomical position? So if you articulate these two bones, it's like this. So this is pubic symphysis. Here is pubic symphysis. Here this is medial surface of the pubis. So here lies pubic symphysis. So this anterior superior iliac spine, and here you can see pubic symphysis. This lies in same coronal plane. So this is coronal plane. So it lies in the same coronal plane like this. This is coronal plane. It lies in the same coronal plane. Anterior superior iliac spine and pubic symphysis. One thing. And another thing, this pubic bone. This is pelvic surface or inner surface. Direction of the inner surface of the pubis bone, it is directed upward and backward. So if you see here, it is like this. Direction is slightly upward and backward. Second thing. And third thing, this symphysial surface lies in median plane. So keeping three things in mind, you can keep it in anatomical position. First thing, anterior superior iliac spine and pubic symphysis lies in the same coronal plane. Another thing, this pelvic surface of the pubis is directed backward and upward. Its direction is backward and upward, backward and upward. And this is symphysial surface or medial surface. It is directed towards the medial plane or directed in the medial plane. So this is anatomical position. So in next lecture, we will discuss about the attachments on the hip bone. Thank you.